I think I was exactly the kind of kid that would have been the target of this sort of legislation.
A transgender Manitoba Liberal MLA candidate is sending out a warning about the dangers the parental rights movement could have on 2SLGBTQ+ students in schools. Trevor Kirchenow is openly transgender and was raised as a girl. Now 38 years old and a father, he says it took him a very long time to tell people and come out as transgender.
There was a certain point where I came out to a teacher, and I actually asked that teacher not to tell my parents, and she agreed, which I really appreciated at that time because I just wasn't ready.
It took Kirchenow several years before he told his parents, and says it took them about a year to come to terms with his decision. Kirchenow says if parental rights legislation was in place when he was growing up, he says he most likely would have kept his true identity to himself.
These things are very protective against depression and suicidality. Like, these are really serious issues we're talking about, and young people need that support.
Starting this year, teachers in New Brunswick and Saskatchewan must get parental consent to call children under 16 by their name and use new preferred pronouns in school. Parental rights have become a hot topic leading up to the Manitoba provincial election. PC leader Heather Stephenson says if elected on October 3rd, her party would enhance rights for parents in the Public Schools Act. Ashley Smith from Winnipeg's Rainbow Resource Centre says this is extremely worrisome.
We have to ask ourselves, as Canada currently has some of the most advanced 2SLGBTQ+ rights in the world, which is something to be proud of, which direction do we really want to go?
On Wednesday, thousands of people gathered in cities across the country for competing protests, with one side protesting gender ideology in schools and the other side saying trans youth need protection.
This is about extremism and extremists trying to find a space in Manitoban politics and in Canadian politics. This election is so important because it will define a moment in 2SLGBTQ+ history in Manitoba and in Canada.
Kirchenow says if he is elected as a Manitoba MLA on October 3rd, he will stand up for the basic human rights and privacy for kids. He hopes the PCs would reconsider this topic on their platform.
If they could maybe talk to more people like me or people who are directly affected, that they would understand a little better.
In Winnipeg, Karpa City News.